problem 14. We did 13 a couple days ago, but I kind of squished in, so I'm going to start a new piece of paper for 14. So my first thing I need to look at is that they don't have common denominators. I have a choice. I could make them improper or not. I'm going to choose not to, but I know a lot of kids like to make them improper. So this one needs to become a fourth, just like the other one here. So I'm going to multiply it by 2 over 2. Whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. And this new fraction becomes -1 and 2/4. And I'm going to bring down the -2 and 3/4. Okay, so I have my two fractions. So that's a fourth, not a fifth. Hello. Okay, I'm going to add my whole numbers because they are both down. They're like signs. So -1 and -2 is -3. These I'm going to add as well. I'm not worried about the sign. This becomes 5/4. And now what I have is a improper mixed number, and I can't have that. So I need to rewrite this as this is 3 and this is 1 and 1/4. So when I add that all up, this is really 4 and 1/4. 4 and 1/4. We needed 4 of these to make a whole. And my whole answer is a negative. I don't really worry about that negative in this whole process of rewriting it. Some kids like to avoid this whole mess here by just making both numbers improper and then converting it back to a mixed at the end. The next one down here is mixed signs. So on mixed signs, I'm going to be subtracting. And when I'm subtracting, I want to make sure the larger magnitude comes first. And this is the larger magnitude, so it is coming first. So I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom by 2 to make both the denominators 5. So this is 7 and 2/10 plus -2 and 7/10. This whole number is negative. So I'm going to end up with a negative number here. I don't have 7 that I can take away from the 2, so I'm going to need to do some regrouping there. I'm going to cross off the 7 and make it a 6, and I'm going to borrow one group of 10, which would make this a 12. Now I can do the subtraction. 6 minus 2 is 4. 7 minus 12 is 5. So this will end up being 4.5. 4.5. I am going to show you that another way as well. I'm going to make these improper. So this is 35, 36. This could be 36/5 plus -27/10. And then you could make those both equal by multiplying this one by 2. So this is 72/10 and -27/10. So I'm going to need to subtract those numbers. 72 minus 27. That is 45/10, which is 4 5/10, which is 4.5. So they both got me the same answer. It's just whatever way is better for you. This way is making it improper. Let's skip ahead to the subtraction problems. And remember, subtraction is just adding the opposite. So I'm doing a series of numbers. I'm going to change the whole thing to addition. This is -10. This is 3. Minusing 10 is adding a -10. 7. Subtracting a -1 is adding 1. So I'm going to group up all the negatives and I'm going to group up all the positives. I like to group those like signs together. So there's my 2 negatives. There's my 3 positives. So this gives me -15 plus 11, which is -4. Okay, moving right along. I am going to go on to number 20. Number 20. I need to rewrite as addition in the beginning as I'm learning my integers, and I'm going to put the larger magnitude on top. So the 250 goes on top, the 1 goes on bottom, and I'm subtracting here because they're opposite signs. So this ends up being 150, and the larger magnitude is the negative. This one right here already has common denominators. I'm going to rewrite it as addition of a negative. And this would get me 2/4, which is a half. More practice with getting common denominators. First thing I am going to do is simplify the signs. Keep, change, change. Now I'm going to get myself common denominators. The common denominator here would be 12. So this is negative 14 over 12 plus 3 over 12, which is negative 11 over 12. Okay, this last one, why don't you go ahead and try this last one on your own. We'll check back in a few minutes to see how you did.